You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Radio Show, only on Financial News and Talk. Now live in studio, your host, local and national real estate expert and consumer advocate, Ron Siegel.
And hello again. Welcome to Ron Siegel Radio. This is the show with no real boundaries as we discuss current events, financial markets, politics, sports, even poking fun at the rest of the media. This is the show that connects the dots of confusion delivered by conflicting media reports. We connect the dots so you know the actions you can take, how your family or business can benefit in current events. Most of all, thank you for joining me. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day. We have a very focused show. We only chat about items that affect the roof over your head, your bank account, and anything I feel would benefit you. And let me remind you, if you ever have any home or finance-related questions, I am the consumer advocate looking out for you. And you can reach out to me directly, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. Oh, interested. I don't know if that came through or not. I got a bunch of sounds coming through my ears here. It's Monday morning. Oh, it's not even Monday morning, so I can't even say that. It's Tuesday morning. And I got these voices in my head. They keep talking to me. I don't know what to do. Let me remind you, if you ever have any home or finance-related questions, I am the consumer advocate looking out for you. And you can reach out to me directly, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or ronsiegelradio.com. Just remember, that's the number you call anytime for assistance. When you call that number, it comes directly to me first. There are operators standing by.
Quiet, numbskulls, I'm broadcasting.
While I do have a great team when it comes to developing a financing plan, a plan to save you money, I personally work with you. Even if you don't have any needs today, save this number in your phone for future reference. 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. And of course, we're celebrating today. We celebrate every day on Ron Siegel Radio. What do we have on tap today? I saw there was some very interesting items to celebrate. And, again, I'm always looking. It's U.S. Bowling League Day. U.S. Bowling. Do people go bowling anymore? I don't hear of too many people going bowling. Golf, yeah. Of course, I did. My family laughs at me. I turn on the golf match. It's great to take a nap to. But could you imagine Scotty Scheffler, $62.5 million he made this year golfing. $25 million he won on the tour championship this weekend. $25 million. So maybe not golf, maybe not bowling, but golf, I guess, is still there. Another Look Unlimited Day. I think they're probably doing a little bit of stretching here on this one. And then I had to do research. I don't like doing research, but I had to do it. Today's National Welsh Rarebit Day. National Welsh Rarebit. All it is cheesy toast. Now, I do like, so a friend of mine suggested we buy, she's a great, great cook, suggested we buy an air fryer. I don't know if you have an air fryer, but it's a great invention. So I take squaw bread, butter it a little bit, stick it in the air fryer, coat it, covered with cheese. And I use a mixture of, I think, Jack and cheddar. Get it good and melted. And then Trader Joe's. Not that I'm doing a commercial for Trader Joe, but they have a seasoning called Everything But the Bagel. Put that right on top of there. My mouth is watering as I try and broadcast this morning. National Welsh Rarebit Day. But for those of you that are like me and don't know what Welsh Rarebit Day is, they started thinking it was rabbit, but no, it's not rabbit. It's kind of like mock turtle soup. There's no turtles in turtle soup. Similarly, there's no rabbits in rarebit soup. Where am I going with this? I don't know, but we're just chatting here this morning. Let's take a look and see what the markets are doing today. The Dow Jones Industrial Average down 438 points. The S&P 500 down 79. NASDAQ down 420. Oil down $2.90 a barrel. Glad to see that one. Gasoline, do we even have the gas prices showing up today? Or are they up? 332.5. is the price of a gallon of gasoline, not in California, because that's the national average. The rest of the country where we don't have Gavin Newsom, that's what they're paying for gasoline. Here in the formerly Golden State, average $4.65 for a gallon of gasoline.
Ow!
Did you see that Gavin Newsom wanted to call back the state legislature to explore methods of getting gas prices down? It's called taxes and fees, Gavin. You don't have to call anybody back. I'll tell you that. No one would even charge you. Of course, if you want to do one of those multi-million-dollar surveys, I'll give you the same answer. And you can pay us the multi-million dollars because I know you like spending money, especially when it's taxpayer money. $4.65 is the cost of a gallon of gasoline. And I think we've now surpassed. Oh, we're half a penny cheaper than Hawaii. Again, California, Washington, and Hawaii, the only states in the union with gasoline over $4 a gallon. Thank you, Gavin Newsom. He wants to be your next president of the United States. Wonder if he can do is screw up the rest of the country like he's done California. Unbelievable watching some of these things that are going on. Let's see what else. We did get college football started this weekend. And unfortunately, only one of my three favorite teams won this week. I will report it. You got to be straight and narrow. So I have three favorite college football teams. USC, anybody that's playing UCLA, Hawaii almost pulled it out. And anybody that's playing Notre Dame. Thanks, Texas. You didn't help us there either. Notre Dame doesn't even play anybody. They're like Ohio State. They play the local high schools, and then they have a great season at the end every year. How'd your team do, Josh, this weekend? Good. Little shaky. USC looked pretty good. They were the underdog, and they won. So one out of my three favorites. USC, anybody playing UCLA, anybody playing Notre Dame. We got the USC win. That was a good portion of the weekend. Hey, let's do some consumer advocate stuff for you this morning. Consumer advocate. So I got a message yesterday from my eldest son, and he had a baby about 10 days ago. So, when you're a new papa, and a second time grandpa, you're all into pictures. Well, he got some spam or some phishing scheme came across his phone. Josh, I don't know if you saw this one. So he gets a message, a text message, no less. And it says it's from me. And it says, I wasn't intending to trigger any memories in any way, just found and wanted to share these photographs. And it puts a hyperlink in there. And on the bottom, it says, sent from my galaxy. Well, my son takes a screenshot of it, thankfully, and sends me a message and says, Dad, I think one of us has been hacked because I know you don't have a galaxy, and I just got this saying it's from you. If you get something like that, beware. Don't just click the button. Not a good idea. So that's consumer advocates protection number one. Josh just told me about another one. This comes from TikTok. And I know that, I guess you'd probably say if you're under 40, that's probably where you get the majority of your news and information is from TikTok. I hear it from I'm old, so I can say younger people all the time. They get their information from TikTok. Although I don't like Chase Bank, they've got some safeguards. So if you're seeing this message about going and opening an account and transferring money into Chase Bank on the weekend, and then writing checks against it because they're giving you immediate access, you're going to get caught. Fraud against a FDIC-insured bank is a federal crime. So it's not like you're going to go and get Gascon or Alan Bragg in New York or the other jerks in Illinois or San Francisco. These are the feds, and they're coming to get you. And it is a federal crime, fraud against an FDIC-insured bank. Don't do it. You're listening to Ron Siegel Radio, discussing your real estate, current events, and the financial markets. When we come back, should you sell now? The lifestyle factors that could tip the scale. How to avoid today's top seller mistakes. Could a 55 plus community be right for you? 4 signs to consider a cash back credit card. All that and more. Reach me anytime. Off air number 800 306 1990, 800 306 1990, or ronsiegelradio.com, facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio. And if you miss any part of our broadcast, Ron Siegel 1 on YouTube, Ron Siegel, the numeral 1 on YouTube. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few.
Ron Siegel Radio, your home and mortgage connection.
Confused about the home buying process? Or curious how much you really know about buying a home? Take the First Home IQ quiz to test your understanding of buying a home. Created by the nonprofit First Home IQ, this 5-minute quiz will give you a score, what you missed, and why. Take the quiz in 5 minutes at rsrlinks.com/FHIQ and find out what you need to know about buying your first home. That's rsrlinks.com/FHIQ.
Do you know a homeowner experiencing divorce? Do you know a real estate reference and the divorce decree could cost tens of thousands of dollars? A certified divorce mortgage planning and real estate report could save you thousands of dollars, and it's free from your local certified divorce lending professional. Reach out to Ron today. RonIsMyLender.com. Again, RonIsMyLender.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender.
Homeowners over the age of 62 are taking back financial control after retirement with reverse mortgages, and the Siegel Lending Team is here to help you use it to your advantage. Call Ron Siegel with Geneva Financial to receive your free information booklet with no obligation. The booklet answers all your questions, and the best part is, you still own your home. Call Ron Siegel at 1-800-306-1990 or visit ronsiegelradio.com.
Are you earning a safe, secure 10+% return on your investments? Is your credit score over 800? Are you living in the home of your dreams or simply where you think you can afford? If the answer to any of these questions is no, what are you doing about it? Text ATP to 79564. Complete a 3-minute complimentary survey, and the area trusted professionals of Ron Siegel Radio will reach out to you to develop a success strategy for you. Again, all you need to do is text ATP to 79564.
Are you like many of your neighbors trying to figure out how to pay off your debts so you could retire someday? Build bigger savings. Invest in opportunities. Visit rsrnodebt.com. Debt will destroy 50% of Americans from being able to retire earlier and with more. What if you could have a guaranteed program that could show you how to eliminate all of your debt in 10 years or less? All without having to spend more each month than you spend right now. Yes, that's correct. All without spending more from your checkbook each month than you are today. Get your free analysis today to see if you qualify. Visit rsrnodebt.com. Log on today for your free analysis. rsrnodebt.com. No purchase necessary. The free analysis takes only 2 minutes. rsrnodebt.com. Ron Siegel Radio is your home and mortgage connection. Go to rsrnodebt.com. rsrnodebt.com.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message. And I will be delivering it every day on Ron Siegel Radio or anytime at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. Before we get into the Mortgage Minute, I forgot the question of the day. Got to talk about it. I know we're doing a home and finance radio show here, but we still have to get that question of the day in there. Which college football team do you think will be the biggest surprise this season? And why? Which college football team do you think will be the biggest surprise this season and why? Well, I'm going to go with USC. You probably could have guessed that. Because actually, if you watch the game on Sunday night, they actually had a defense that showed up. Surprise, surprise. We know Lincoln Riley's got a great offensive mind, but a defense showed up. Which college football team do you think will be the biggest surprise this season, and why? Josh, who you putting in there? Do you have a horse in this one? Which college football team do you think will be the Gators? You are probably just honks, I guess. I mean, who else do you follow? Right? I mean, so is Gators? Is that the University of Miami or Florida State? Okay, see, am I going to get 0 out of 2? University of Florida. So I was 1 out of 3. That might have been my next choice. University of Florida. Okay, so the Gators is Josh's call right there. Okay, the Mortgage Minute today being brought to you by our friends at Geneva Financial. When you're ready for that next home loan, Geneva's got the programs and the products. You just need to make the call, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. And every day at this time, OBMMI, they provide the most comprehensive, accurate, timely, and interactive analysis of pricing ever conducted in the mortgage industry, calculated from actual locked rates with consumers across 35% of all mortgage transactions nationwide. They do not tell us points paid, points received, or the APR. They tell us the number you're going to put in the mortgage calculator. Don't have a mortgage calculator? Go over there. Pretty simple. Go to ronismylender.com, ronismylender.com. You can download our mortgage app. That app has a mortgage calculator on there. If you want to get started on and knowing a game plan for your next home loan, it's got a loan application on there as well. But let's see what the numbers were on Friday. 30-year conventional loans up 6.368. Jumbo loans, 30-year fixed, down 6.639. FHA, 30-year fixed, up 6.13. VA, 30-year fixed, 5.786. USDA loans, 30-year fixed, 6.212. That's what they locked at. Again, if you want our commentary on the mortgage market, go to rsrmarketminute.com, rsrmarketminute.com. Let's see what's going on today in the world of finance. I had it on my screen here. Oh, there it is. It's in the wrong spot. S&P 500 is now down 77.68. I will share with you, historically, the stock market does not do great in September. It is what it is. That's just the way of the world. And we've got a lot of volatility going on right now between what's going on in our economics here in the U.S. and all of the geopolitical issues. Let's take a look and see. The 10-year Treasury down 6 basis points right now. Mortgage-backed securities are up 17. The bond is down 6 basis points. That's the yield, 3.85. The mortgage-backed security up 17 basis points, which means interest rates are down a little bit for the day. Now, here's the issue. I'm going to share it with you. Here's what's going on right now. We're all about what's going to happen. We've got a lot of data coming out. So we've got the job opening and labor turnover report measures for July. That's going to come out tomorrow. Market expectations are for job openings to fall slightly to 8.1 million. Volatile number, but has been trending much lower this year. We got some clues from Lightcast data, which looks at the job openings for all of the online job posting websites every week. Their data has historically been an accurate precursor to the actual job opening data and is showing that there was a big decline in job openings in July and an even steeper drop in August. If Lightcast is correct, we should see weaker JOLTS report, which helps bonds. Two other important data points within the JOLTS report are the quit rate and the hiring rate. The last look for June showed the quits rate fall to 2.1%, which is the lowest level since 2008 when removing COVID, and shows that people are less confident about getting a new job and there is less poaching or competition from other companies. Hiring rate fell to 3.4%, which is the slowest since 2013, not including COVID, and not far from the COVID low of 3.1%, showing that there is much less hiring. We're going to get the ADP report on, that's for the ADP jobs report, comes out on Thursday. And the Bureau of Labor Statistics jobs report, that one's going to come out on Friday. Big report. The market's expecting to see 145,000 job creations in ADP report on Thursday, 165,000 in the big BLS jobs report on Friday. Also anticipated the unemployment rate will fall from 4.3 to 4.2. That just depends on how many people they add into the numbers or subtract from the numbers that they don't want to count. Fed cutting rates on September 18th. The big question is, will they cut 25 or 50 basis points? The Fed has gained more confidence that inflation is heading to their target. The BLS report that overstated jobs by 818,000 from March 2023 to March 2024 said unemployment rate has risen to 4.3%. These are all things that will play a role in the Fed's decision, but perhaps the biggest will be Friday's BLS report. If it's weak and the unemployment rate rises once again, it will greatly increase the odds that the Fed might cut by 0.5% instead of 0.25%. Gotta love my dog going crazy out there. Every once in a while, she does that to me. That's the Mortgage Minute, brought to you by our friends at Geneva Financial. When you're ready for that home loan, Geneva's got the programs and the products. You just need to make the call. 800-306-1990. 800-306-1990. Let's take an early break, Josh. I'll go take care of the pooch. When we come back, let me find out what's on our schedule. Should you sell now? The lifestyle factors could tip the scale. How to avoid today's top seller mistakes. 4 signs to consider a cash-back credit card. All that and more. Reach me anytime. Off-air number 800-306-1990. 800-306-1990 or RonSiegelRadio.com. Facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio. And if you miss any part of our broadcast, Ron Siegel 1 on YouTube. Ron Siegel, the numeral 1 on YouTube. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few.
Ron Siegel Radio. Your home and mortgage connection.
Confused about the home buying process? Or curious how much you really know about buying a home? Take the First Home IQ quiz to test your understanding of buying a home. Created by the nonprofit First Home IQ, this 5-minute quiz will give you a score, what you missed, and why. Take the quiz in 5 minutes at rsrlinks.com/FHIQ and find out what you need to know about buying your first home. That's rsrlinks.com/FHIQ.
Are you a veteran, own a home, and need money? The Siegel Lending Team is here to help veterans refinance and get the money they need. The VA 100 lets you borrow up to 100% of your home's value, refinance your mortgages, consolidate credit cards, and lower your payments by an average of $700 a month. And the Siegel Lending Team knows that character means more than a credit score. Call 800-306-1990. That's 800-306-1990. Rate subject to change without notice. Licensed by the California Department of Corporations, NMLS 21037, and DRE number 018694452.
Do you know a homeowner experiencing divorce? Do you know a real estate reference and the divorce decree could cost tens of thousands of dollars? A certified divorce mortgage planning and real estate report could save you thousands of dollars, and it's free from your local certified divorce lending professional. Reach out to Ron today. RonIsMyLender.com. Again, RonIsMyLender.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender.
Homeowners over the age of 62 are taking back financial control after retirement with reverse mortgages, and the Siegel Lending Team is here to help you use it to your advantage. Call Ron Siegel with Geneva Financial to receive your free information booklet with no obligation. The booklet answers all your questions, and the best part is, you still own your home. Call Ron Siegel at 1-800-306-1990 or visit RonSiegelRadio.com.
Listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day on Ron Siegel Radio or anytime at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, the real-time real estate segment today, being brought to you by rsrmoney.com, rsrmoney.com. Should you sell now? the lifestyle factors that could tip the scale. Are you on the fence about whether to sell your house now or hold off? It's a common dilemma, but here's a key point to consider. Your lifestyle might be the biggest factor in your decision. While financial aspects are important, sometimes the personal motivations for moving are reason enough to make the leap sooner rather than later. An annual report from the National Association of Realtors, NAR, offers insight into why homeowners like you choose to sell. All of the top reasons are related to life changes. And if you're watching us on ronsiegelradio.tv, any of our socials, or the ABC News and Talk AM 1490 video feed, you are seeing a graph, top reasons for selling. As the visuals show, the biggest motivators, I guess being that we are live on radio as well, or we're broadcasting on radio as well, not live. We record the show in the mornings. If you're listening to us on any of our syndicated radio stations, we record in the morning, and then we play them later in the afternoon after Josh finishes getting them cleaned up and maybe getting my barking dog out of the background, if he can. Top reasons for selling. Let's see if we can, if I can get this screen big enough to show me. 23% want to move closer to their family and friends. 13%, home is too small. Maybe the printing on my computer is too small. 10%, change in family situation, marriage, birth of a child, divorce. Yeah, we know that one. 9% gives us neighborhood has become less desirable. Yeah, we've seen that over time as well. 9%, home is too large. 8%, moving due to retirement. 8%, job relocation. Those are the major reasons. Again, if you're looking at the graphs that Josh is showing us, you can see that if you're listening to us on ABC News and Talk. That's the visual reveal. As the visual shows, biggest motivators were the desire to be closer to friends or family, outgrowing their current house, or experience a significant life change like getting married or having a baby. The need to downsize or relocate for work also made the list. We got the 6 Ds. We've talked about the 6 Ds for many, many months now on Ron Siegel Radio. Diplomas, diamonds, divorce, death, and I don't remember all the rest of them. I should have them down by now, shouldn't I, Josh? Was diamonds, diplomas, and diamonds, diplomas, and birth. Diapers. Diamonds, diplomas, and diapers. Divorce, death, and default. There we go. It takes me a little while. Thank you, Josh. You know, you would think that I would know about the diapers, being that I just had a grandson 10 days ago, right? Okay, so if you, like the homeowners in this report, find yourself needing features, space, or amenities your current home just can't provide, it may be time to consider talking to a real estate agent about selling your house. Your needs matter. That agent will walk you through your options and what you can expect from today's market so you can make a confident decision based on what matters most to you and your loved ones. Your agent will also be able to help you understand how much equity you have and how it can make moving to meet your changing needs that much easier. Danielle Hale, chief economist at Realtor.com, explains, quote, a consideration today's homeowners should review is what their home equity picture looks like. With the typical home listing price up 40% from just 5 years ago, many home sellers are sitting on a healthy equity cushion. This means they're likely to walk away from a home sale with proceeds that they can use to offset the amount of borrowing needed for the next home purchase, unquote. Bottom line, your lifestyle needs may be enough to motivate you to make a change. If you want help weighing the pros and cons of selling your house, give me a call at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or ronsiegelradio.com. That is the real-time real estate segment brought to you by rsrmoney.com. And I will share with you, I've been doing a lot of consulting lately. We're seeing the market coming back. And yes, you know, I lead a lending team, so I do help consult. We do our lending in a whole different way at our team because a lot of loan officers, they're just looking at what do you qualify for? So they're looking at the qualification side. We got to look at that. but we look at suitability as well as eligibility. And what does that mean? Well, it means that we're looking at just a case I'm working on right now, where we're looking at the idea that what if we don't put as much money down? Now, this party has enough to put over 50% down, but what if we do a little bit less than that and go right at 50 or 45? What if we do that instead? And what would then happen if we use the remaining money to bring down their interest rate? Now, yes, I know that interest rates are going to be coming down, or we forecast they're coming down. No guarantees, but I do forecast that interest rates will come down. How long will that take? So what we do is we look at and say, okay, if the rate is bought down by this amount, and if we can get the seller to help with that buy down, then maybe what we can do is we can wait a little longer, and we look at what the break even is and wait for the market to really stabilize, because just like the Federal Reserve, now the Federal Reserve does not control interest rates. And Josh, did we make a link for that show that we did on where interest rates come from? Josh is going to look for that maybe when we can, and we'll see. But we did a segment on where interest rates come from. Just as the Federal Reserve does not control the interest rates, but what they do is they control the discount rate. And that does flow through to some of the other interest rate programs. Now, why do I bring that up? What is the meaning of us discussing that? Well, it's simple. The reason I bring it up is for the strategy purpose. The Federal Reserve raised interest rates, I think it was like 8 or 9 meetings in a row. It takes 12 to 18 months for a Federal Reserve action to get all the way through the market. So if the Federal Reserve starts lowering interest rates in September, as we forecast they will, as the markets are forecasting they will, then what's going to happen is we're going to see that over time that interest rates will come down. Now, they'll probably, the forecast show, they'll probably lower interest rates in September. They'll probably lower interest rates in November. They'll probably lower interest rates in December. So we're looking at sometime in 2026 when all of that will take effect. Now, if we buy down the rate now, will we save enough between now and 2026 to make that buy down prudent? That's our question. And as part of our liability advisory work, we go through that. Now, you want to understand our liability advisory work? rsrlinks.com/YCLA, rsrlinks.com/YCLA. And we wrote a book that has that available for you, rsrlinks.com/YCLA. And we talked to you about looking at this. Now I'm going to share with you something, and I'm going to go morbid, and I'm going to go hard right now. Think about this. There are a lot of homeowners right now in Rancho Palos Verdes. And I don't know if you've watched the news, and and it depends, because there's a lot of folks that don't watch the news. They don't get all of it, all that information. And I'll ask Josh. Josh, you seen about Rancho Palos Verdes on TikTok? So they're not even talking about it on TikTok, where a lot of younger people are getting their news. There are 140 homes right now in Rancho Palos Verdes where they're turning off the electricity, some for short periods of time, some for long periods of time, because of landslides. 140 homes. Now, Rancho Palos Verdes, I didn't look up the median home price in Rancho Palos Verdes, but I'm sure it's well into the 7 figures. Now, if those people all went and did what a lot of folks have the aspiration of paying off their home. I want my home paid off, Ron. Okay. And I hear that all the time. I don't want to have a mortgage payment, Ron. Okay, I get it. If they did that, and now their homes are not saleable. So let's say you got a house that's $1 million, $2, $3 million, and you paid it off because you thought that was the prudent thing to do. And all of a sudden you're saying, guess what? I can't even give that house away right now because nobody could move there. The land is not safe. Now, if you own that home free and clear, you might be in trouble. And I'm not saying to ever default on a property, but if you had pulled money out of that property and had it in something safe and secure, as we've talked about many times on Ron Siegel Radio, and I know that the financial networks don't like that. FINRA hates when you talk about taking money out of real estate. But who would be in partnership with you if you had taken out that, taken a loan out on that? Yeah, the bank would be in a partnership with you because you've got the money set aside somewhere else doing something else. And now instead of begging the state of California to help find someplace for you to live for the next several weeks, it's going to be over 100 degrees. Well, out there, maybe it's only going to be 90. Sorry. You're looking at these things and it's going to be problematic. Don't think it's just Rancho Palos Verdes, right? San Clemente, right? Yorba Linda and the fires. We've had that in all kinds of areas. So when we talk about safety, liquidity, and return, well, how safe is it with those people in Rancho Palos Verdes right now that they had a piece of real estate that was paid off? There is no liquidity. They can't get at that money, no way, because there's no lender that's going to make a loan on those properties. Just throw that out there for you. You got to be careful. You got to be prudent. There was many years that people just, the whole focus was, I want to get my house paid off. Unfortunately, there's some folks right now that are paying a price for that. And I don't know how many of that 140, I'm just going to say that based on generic statistics, we know that about 30% of the population has a home that's free and clear. That means out of that 140, if my math is right, that's about 42 people that have a free and clear home that is not worth a whole heck of a lot right now. So be careful. If you want to give us a call, we'll do a liability checkup for you. If you're a financial advisor, we have a scenario desk in place for you. We don't even need to talk to your client. You can just go right to the scenario desk, fill out the form, and send it in. We'll run up all the numbers for you, and you just include it in your annual plan. Just throw that out there for you. Let's see. Real-time real estate brought to you by rsrmoney.com, rsrmoney.com. How to avoid today's top seller mistakes. And if you watched our social channels, we did share this, I think, on Friday on our social channels. Top seller mistakes. And again, yes, I do lead a lending team. I'm now talking to one of our prior guests, Travis Winfield, is getting involved in helping bring a new real estate brand to Southern California. And I'm looking at some of the internals of it, and I've been privy to some of their plan for 2025. They're going to be major disruptors in California. They already are in many other states, but California is not. They're not in California, I think, till sometime in the fourth quarter. Got to talk to Travis about some of these things. Pricing your biggest mistakes, pricing your house too high. If you overprice your house, you'll turn buyers away. That means it'll sit on the market and may need a price cut. I just looked at one recently that they're actually looking at, they put the house on the market in December, still on the market. Price cut, price cut, price cut. So now the client that I'm consulting with, thinking about buying it, I said, okay, they've already taken about a 10% haircut on it, and it still hasn't sold in the last 26 days. That means it's still overpriced. What are you going to do about it? So think about that. Don't price the house too high because everybody starts wondering what's wrong with the property. Again, need a great real estate agent to help you avoid that. They're going to be looking at these things, the same things that I can look at, and go back and say, okay, it's overpriced. It's been on the market for 7 months, 8 months, 9 months. Skipping necessary repairs. With inventory growing, buyers have more options. When you don't tackle select repairs, buyers may skip over your house. They're putting everything they can into buying the house. If there's some major repairs needed, they might not have the money, so they might say, something, I'm not even going to talk about it. They don't know there's a renovation loan that can help with that. Not being objective. If you get a lowball offer, don't get emotional. You have a lot of memories in the home, but you still need to be objective. When you go to make the decision to sell your house, think of one word: divorce. You are divorcing the property. It is no longer your home. It is a house. It is an asset. You want to maximize the sales price. We've told you how to do that. We're going to be consulting with more and more agents as I do some of this stuff with Travis. rsrsalesmax.com. Did we change that one, Josh? Is it still SalesMax? rsrlinks.com/salesmax. rsrlinks.com/salesmax. I think we changed it. rsrlinks.com/salesmax. Being unwilling to negotiate. Buyers have more negotiation power today. If you're not willing to compromise, you'll put your sale at risk. Another client over the weekend, we said, how about giving the seller or the buyer 5% towards a buy down? They said no. Okay, we'll go on to the next one. Not a problem. So want to know some of the big mistakes sellers are making today and how to make sure they don't happen to you? Talk to a realtor. The biggest missteps are pricing a house too high, skipping repairs, not being objective, not being willing to negotiate, and the best way to avoid falling in any of these traps is to partner with us. Give me a call at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. Be more than happy to put you in touch with a great real estate professional anywhere in the sound of my voice. You are listening to Ron Siegel Radio, discussing your real estate, current events, and the financial markets. When we come back, could a 55-plus community be right for you? 4 signs to consider: a cashback credit card, and more. Reach me anytime. Off-air number 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or RonSiegelRadio.com, Facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio. And if you miss any part of our broadcast, Ron Siegel 1 on YouTube. Ron Siegel, the number 1 on YouTube. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few.
Ron Siegel Radio. Your home and mortgage connection.
Confused about the home buying process? Or curious how much you really know about buying a home? Take the first Home IQ quiz to test your understanding of buying a home. Created by the nonprofit First Home IQ, this 5-minute quiz will give you a score, what you missed, and why. Take the quiz in 5 minutes at rsrlinks.com/FHIQ and find out what you need to know about buying your first home. That's rsrlinks.com/FHIQ.
Are you paying rent because you cannot afford to live in your dream home? Are you paying rent because you don't believe you have the down payment funds to purchase your own home? At Siegel Lending Team at ronismylender.com has up to $25,000 to help qualified people purchase their own home at amazing interest rates. Contact the Siegel Lending Team today at ronismylender.com. Again, ronismylender.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037. ronismylender.com.
Do you know a homeowner experiencing divorce? Do you know a real estate reference and the divorce decree could cost tens of thousands of dollars? A certified divorce mortgage planning and real estate report could save you thousands of dollars, and it's free from your local certified divorce lending professional. Reach out to Ron today. ronismylender.com. Again, ronismylender.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender. Are you like many of your neighbors trying to figure out how to pay off your debts so you can retire someday? Build bigger savings. Invest in opportunities. Visit rsrnodebt.com. Debt will destroy 50% of Americans from being able to retire earlier and with more. What if you could have a guaranteed program that could show you how to eliminate all of your debt in 10 years or less, all without having to spend more each month than you spend right now? Yes, that's correct. All without spending more from your checkbook each month than you are today. Get your free analysis today to see if you qualify. Visit rsrnodebt.com. Log on today for your free analysis, rsrnodebt.com. No purchase necessary. The free analysis takes only 2 minutes. rsrnodebt.com. Ron Siegel Radio is your home and mortgage connection. Go to rsrnodebt.com. rsrnodebt.com.
Are you a veteran, own a home, and need money? The Siegel Lending Team is here to help veterans refinance and get the money they need. The VA 100 lets you borrow up to 100% of your home's value, refinance your mortgages, consolidate credit cards, and lower your payments by an average of $700 a month. And the Siegel Lending Team knows that character means more than a credit score. Call 800-306-1990. That's 800-306-1990. Rate subject to change without notice. Licensed by the California Department of Corporations, NMLS 21037, and DRE number 018694452.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day on Ron Siegel Radio or anytime at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. The Borrow Smart segment today being brought to you by rsrhomeselect.com, rsrhomeselect.com. 4 signs to consider a cash-back credit card. When you choose to decide to open a new credit card, there are many different options to consider. Some credit cards offer rewards in the form of points or miles you can earn each time you make an eligible purchase. Other credit cards may come with perks like introductory interest rates on new purchases or balance transfers that could help you save money for a limited time on certain types of transactions. Finally, cash-back credit cards have the potential to give you back a small percentage of each eligible purchase you make in the form of a reward. Not everyone is a fan of cash-back credit cards, but these rewarding financial tools can be a good fit for many consumers. If you don't already have a cash-back credit card in your wallet, below are some reasons you might want to consider opening one. Number one, you valuable, flexible, and simple reward redemptions. When you work hard to earn a good FICO score, you may be able to qualify for a variety of reward credit cards. However, while earning travel rewards, airline miles, or points from a specific hotel brand can certainly be nice, the process of tracking and redeeming these types of credit cards can also be complicated and time-consuming. Traditional credit card rewards programs feature redemption restrictions that limit how you can use the points and miles you earn. And if you want to get the best redemption value possible for your rewards, you may need to combine points or transfer them to travel partners. This process can require a lot of time and research, and even after all that effort, you might worry you haven't maximized the value of your credit card points and miles. Cashback credit cards, on the other hand, are simple. You can typically store cash rewards in your account until you earn enough rewards to redeem them either as direct deposit into your bank account or for a statement credit. That depends on the terms of your credit card agreement. This approach is flexible and simple, but as a trade-off, the value of cashback rewards may be worth less than the rewards you might earn with other types of rewards credit cards. Number two, you're sitting on unused credit card rewards. Credit card issuers often make changes to their rewards programs, so even if the points and miles you earn don't expire, there's a risk they might become less valuable over time. If you tend to redeem the credit card rewards you earn on a frequent basis, a cashback credit card might work better for you. A cashback card gives you the freedom to save up your cash rewards for a longer period. However, keep in mind that it still makes sense to redeem your cashback rewards as often as possible and save or invest those funds on your own. Number three, you dislike juggling multiple rewards credit cards. Many traditional rewards credit cards offer cardholders the ability to earn higher rewards on their spending in certain categories. For example, a travel rewards credit card may offer a higher rewards rate on flights, hotel stays, or other travel-related purchases. Another rewards credit card might offer you the chance to earn more points and miles on dining, groceries, or gas purchases. Some rewards cards even feature rotating bonus categories and require you to opt in each quarter if you want to earn an elevated rewards rate. If you want to maximize the rewards possible on every purchase, you probably might open, carry, and use multiple rewards credit cards. This strategy has the potential to pay off, provided you're responsible and pay off your credit card balances each month. But not everyone enjoys the hassle of managing multiple cards. If you dislike the idea of juggling multiple credit cards, a simple cashback credit card might be the better approach. With a flat rate cashback card, you always know which card to use when it's time to pay a transaction, and you'll generally never have to worry about opting in for bonus category earnings either. Number 4, you're not a fan of annual fees. There are many details to consider when you open a new credit card, including whether or not you want to pay an annual fee for your account. While an annual fee does not have to discourage you from opening a credit card, it is wise to confirm that any account you consider offers enough value to offset this type of cost. On a positive note, there are many cashback credit card options that feature no annual fee. So if you prefer to avoid paying an annual income recurring expense to maintain a credit card account while still earning some type of rewards on your everyday spending, a cashback card might be a good fit for you. What are the drawbacks of cashback credit cards? Keep in mind that cashback cards aren't the perfect solution for every consumer. Therefore, before you apply for this type of account, you should review the drawbacks and limitations of cashback cards as well. Other credit card options may offer higher rewards rates and more generous benefits. Some cashback credit cards may feature earnings caps that limit the rewards you can earn on your account. You may need a good or an exceptional FICO score to qualify for some cashback credit card offers. Many cashback cards feature high annual percentage rates, so it's important to pay off your balance in full each and every month. Do it the right way, though. rsrccpayment.com, rsrccpayment.com. Bottom line, there are many reasons a cashback credit card might make sense for you. Perhaps you value a simple rewards redemption process. You tend to hoard credit card rewards, or you dislike the idea of juggling multiple credit cards to maximize rewards. You might even want a cashback card to complement your existing rewards credit cards. Just keep in mind that no matter what type of credit card you open, cashback or otherwise, it's essential to manage your account in a responsible manner. Paying on time every time is a must. Remember, rsrccpayment.com, rsrccpayment.com. That will teach you the way to deal with the getting your credit card paid correctly. Yes, even you, the person that pays your credit card in full every month, 95% of you are doing it the wrong way for FICO scoring purposes. That is the Borrow Smart segment brought to you by rsrhomeselect.com, rsrhomeselect.com. Real-time real estate brought to you by rsrmoney.com. Could a 55 plus community be right for you? If you're thinking about downsizing, you may be hearing about 55 plus communities and wondering if they'd be a good fit for you. Here's some information that could help you make your decision. What is a 55 plus community? It's important to note that these communities aren't just for people who need extra support. They can be pretty vibrant too. Many people who are downsizing opt for this type of home because they're looking to be surrounded by people in a similar season of life. U.S. News explains the term 55 plus community, active adult community, lifestyle communities, planned communities refer to a setting that caters to the needs and preferences of adults over the age of 55. These communities are designed for seniors who are able to care for themselves, but maybe looking to downsize or right size to a community with others their same age with similar interest. Why is it important to consider this type of home? If that sounds like something that may be interesting to you, here's one thing to consider. You may find you've got a growing list of options. If you look at this type of community, according to 55places.com, the number of listings tailored to home buyers in this age group has increased by over 50% compared to last year. And a bigger pool of options could make your move much less stressful because it's easier to find something that's specifically designed to meet your needs. Other benefits of 55 plus communities, on top of that, there are other benefits to seeking out this type of home. An article from 55places.com highlights just a few. Lower maintenance living, tired of mowing the lawn, pulling the weeds. Many of these communities take care of this for you, so you can spend more time doing fun things and less time on maintenance. On-site amenities, some features lifestyle amenities like a clubhouse, fitness center, and more, so it's easy to stay active. Plus, others offer media room, libraries, spas, arts and crafts studios, and more. Like-minded neighbors. Additionally, these types of homes usually offer clubs, outings, meetups, and more to foster a close-knit community. Accessible floor plans, not to mention many have first-floor living options, ample storage spaces, and modern floor plans, so you can have a home tailored to this phase in your life. Bottom line, If this sounds appealing to you, give me a call, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. I'd be happy to put you in touch with a great real estate professional anywhere in the sound of my voice who understands these communities. And as always, I ask, set that first radio preset button to come back here and join Ron Siegel Radio, where we only speak about items affecting your house and your bank account. Thanks to all of our sponsors. A big thanks to Josh and Sean who are engineering us today. And of course, a special thanks to you for spending a little bit of your day with us. That's all for Ron Siegel Radio. Again, if you have any questions or to meet any of our guests, call me anytime. 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or ronsiegelradio.com. And remember, make a lot of money so you can help a lot of people and have a lot of fun. Have a great day. We'll talk to you next time on Ron Siegel Radio.